We're going to be using Google Earth for the project today. First thing though, let's do research. We got to figure out where your location is going to be. So remember that it does need to be a a natural geographic feature of the United States. So it's not man-made. It's a naturally occurring geographic feature. Mountains, valleys, rivers, streams, oceans, that sort of thing, prairies, forests. Okay, so something natural. And it needs to be somewhere in the United States, including Alaska or Hawaii. So you're going to choose your location. I think it's kind of fun to kind of explore with Google Earth to see where you want to be until you find something pretty cool. Now, let's not do something totally obscure, so something that most of us would know about. We don't make it completely impossible for our friends in class to be able to decide from evidence we provide where we're at. So I want you to explore around, choose a location. You can also, if you know a location you want to do, you could always search for it and it'll take you right there. So it will take me right up to the area of Grand Canyon. So I have a good aerial view here. And now what I want to do is I want to start looking around to see some things I probably want to show as my evidence. So remember, you're going to be finding 5 pieces of evidence. Those can include photos. Okay, so photos that you take, we can do that through screenshots, taking screenshots once you find your location or a specific thing you want to take a picture of, or through video clips. Now we're going to keep those video clips pretty short, really under probably about 10 seconds for each of them. And so I do want you to either have a collection of pictures and short video clips of about 5 to 10 seconds each, and you got to have at least 5 of those. Now you can definitely have more, and some places you're going to want to share a lot because they're so cool. Now remember, the closer you zoom in, the more details you're going to be able to see. If you want to get street view, you can grab Pegman anywhere that is blue. I'm going to be able to drop him in. Now, you see this little blue dot right here? That's a photo from the photosphere. So I can get a street level view there. I can get street level views from all over here and all these little spots. I just can't move around. I can't move Pegman around. So I'm just going to drop them in somewhere just to kind of see where I'm at, see some things that I'm probably going to want to include in my video. So this looks like it dropped me down into the canyon. Place that I definitely will not be headed to down there. I don't think I could handle the descent, but what a cool bit of evidence to include in your project right there. That is some great evidence. So I'm going to be making note of this on paper, places I'm probably going to want to go back to once I'm recording and taking pictures. Okay. And just keep exploring. To get out of the photosphere mode, you can click back photosphere. I can zoom out some more, find a new location. If you want to reorient yourself to make sure north is north and south is south, you can always click this. It'll reorient you. Sometimes we can lose our bearings when we're in Google Earth, and just find some more places. What are the best places to show off your geographic location? Okay, so the next step, we're going to start collecting our photo and video evidence to include in our project. So you're going to be wanting to record your screen while you're in Google Earth. We can accomplish that by clicking record. I can't get to this right now because I'm actually recording my screen, but you're going to click that record button and then you're going to click screen. And then you're going to choose that Google Earth screen or application to be recording. And then once you're recording it, then we can head over and start collecting our photo and video evidence in Google Earth. Recording my video evidence that I'm going to use in my project. First step, I want to go in and change the map style. I'm going to make sure it's on clean. It's probably on exploration when you start and see it tells me exactly where I'm at. And we don't want to include that. So let's change it over to clean. That's going to remove any labels. Okay, and so now everything I do now is being recorded. Everything I say is being recorded. WeVideo is recording everything right now because I turned on that screen record function in WeVideo. So we're gonna have to go back. We'll clean all this up later. Right now, I'm just collecting evidence that I'm gonna want to use. So this is a really good area right here. This gives me man, that's really a good picture. So I also might want to drop in Pegman. And then I can get that street level view of where I'm at. Okay. And while I'm here, remember it is recording everything. And I'm getting a really amazing view. This is a photosphere video, so right now I can't really move. I can turn and get at that 360 view of where I'm at, but it's not going to allow me to walk. Let me get some other places. Looks like there's a road in here. This will give me some footage where I can actually walk around. Definitely want to move around. No, I thought it was going to. Looks like it's still a photosphere, but man, that's a pretty cool view. Let's see. Try really hard to not get it on a photosphere bubble. Okay, there we go. Now we can walk. So I can just use my arrows to navigate, see where it takes me to. So of course, all of this I can use when I'm building my project. Okay, so once I'm pretty sure that I've collected at least 5 pieces of evidence, either that I can use as little photos or actual short 5 to 10-second video clips, I'm going to go ahead and stop. My next step is to take all of that video evidence and trim it down and put it into my project. So this long piece of video footage I collected here, I'm going to pull out just the parts that I want. Remember that when we're in WeVideo, we can go through the video, and at different points, we can snip it. And I don't love that. Right there is kind of the image I want. I'm going to snip that. And this is a short little clip. And so right there is probably that a video that I'm going to want to keep. So that's going to be my first piece of evidence. And that's pretty short, doesn't need to be very long. I can even trim that down a little bit more if I wanted to. I'm going to go through, and so then I can actually just delete these. I can delete these ones that I'm not using. I'm going to leave them there for the moment and clean that up later, but I know that this one right here is going to be the piece of evidence I'm going to use. Then I'm going to keep going through my video and finding more places. I think this was another one right when I was dropping in, and this one's going to be a little bit longer, and so I'm going to clip it there and use part of this footage as another piece of my evidence where it's moving around. That's going to be my evidence number 2 right here. And so I can delete all this stuff that I'm not using. So once we have, collected all of our video, we can cut out exactly what we want. Remember, you need at least 5 pieces of evidence. Those can be as short as like a quick photo, all the way up to a 5 to 10-second video. And if you want to include more pieces of evidence, that is completely fine. So now you're going to use all of that video footage that you collected to create your video product, your Geoguesser product.